Hello everyone, I am Dr. Abrar Khalak, Highway Design Engineer. So in this video, in a previous video, we check the radius. We have the radius. We have a heavy zone, hilly area. We have a super elevation. We have a friction, and we find out the difficulties by checking the all different condition and we decided we decided for our radius of 250 meter we reduce the design speed. So now we are going to check the another criteria of our highway design engineering, and most important, that extra widening design for a horizontal curve. So this is also an important topic. As a highway design engineer, we have to know about this extra widening design. So now we have the radius r is equal to 250 meter. We calculate our design speed v is equal to 75 kilometer per hour. We calculate this in a previous example. Now we have number of lanes. We have a two lane of road. We have a wheel base of design vehicle, which is denoted as a small l, is equal to 6 meter. Now this 6 meter is a standard value from IRC code, and also in a ASTHO or Dubai codes or whatever the country you are from. So every country has their perspective code, and the code have a very minor difference. Like in IRC, our V's bale of design vehicle L is equal to 6 meter considered in IRC. If you use ASTO, then in ASTO or Dubai municipality code or RTA code for UAE region, or if you are in Africa, then they have their own codes. So all the codes have these values, but the value has a minor change. Someone has 5.99, someone has 6.1 or 6.2, this much. So you have to make your concept proper. The rest of the thing, like values, you can check the codes after that. If your concept is clear, then the value is minor things. You can check the code and you put the value. So now we have these values, and we have to do extra widening for the horizontal curve for these values. So if you want to do extra widening, we have one equation, WE is equal to WM plus WP. So here W is equal to E for extra and W is denoted for widening. So here all W is for widening and the small value with the W. So here WE is for extra widening, WM is for mechanical widening, and WP is for psychological widening. So we have the main formula for the extra widening of design. So now this mechanical design and widening and psychological widening have their own formulas. So WM is equal to NL square upon 2R, and WP is equal to V upon 9.5 under root R. So if you find these two values and you have to do summation of these two values, so you can find your widening WE. Now we have all the values, this N, so you have a number of lane 2. So N is equal to 2, L you have 6, R and radius you have 250, WM, and here WP you have 75 design speed, 9.5, and R is 250. So WM we get 0.144, and after solving this derivation, we have WP 0.50 meter. We have a meter. So now we put this value in our main equation. WE is equal to WM plus WP. 0.144 plus 0.50, so we get our WE 0.644 meter. So we can consider our total extra widening WE is equal to, we get 0.644, approximate we can consider it 0.6.5 meter. Okay, so for a safety purpose we can take it as a 0.7 meter. We as a highway design engineer, most of the time we can take this approximate value to make our road safe. So now we are in our final stage. So now we our final carriageway width on this curve, for we have a two lane width. Okay, two lane width. So for the two lane we can take a width of 7 meter. So from where this 7 meter come? This is come from the IRC 73, or you can prefer IRC 86. So from this IRC we choose this value. As I also talked previous that different IRC has a different lane width, WIDTH, different lane width. So we consider this 7 meter. Okay, so now our final width is equal to 7 from this one plus 0.7. 0.7 is coming from this from the equation of extra widening. We choose this 0.7 meter. So our final width is 7.7 meter. Okay, so we adopted this carriageway width on curve 7.7 meter. Now remember the most important thing. So you have to know as a highway design engineer that is, if our radius is increased, then our extra widening never increase. Extra widening always decrease. So this has also some reasons. Extra widening is decreased with respect to radius increase, but we are not going so deep in it. So you have to remember this: our radius increase, our extra widening is decreased. So why I put this equation here, why I say this quota here? Because in our previous example of hilly road design, they have a condition that you don't have to change in any criteria. You have to do our radius fix. So once if our radius is fixed, then what we change? So in the previous condition we change our design speed. Okay, and remember that always our extra widening is providing on the curve. So you have to remember this equation. This is in most of the case small basics solve a complex problem. So that's it for the today's video. I hope you understand or you solve your so many queries from highway design. In the next video we are solving the next complex problem of horizontal curve design. So tata, take care till. Thank you.